The morning of February 10th, 2025, began like any other at Apalachee High School. Yellow school buses arrived one by one. Students streamed out, their voices a mix of sleepy murmurs and excited chatter. Backpacks, heavy with books and dreams, were slung over shoulders. The air was crisp, carrying the usual sounds of a school waking up. Inside, the corridors buzzed with youthful energy. Friends greeted each other with high fives and shared weekend stories. Lockers clanged open and shut, a rhythmic metallic beat in the school's daily symphony. Teachers stood by their classroom doors offering smiles and morning wishes. The aroma of chalk and floor polish filled the air. There was no hint of the turmoil that lay just around the corner. The first bell was due to ring shortly. Students hurried to their respective classes, some clutching notebooks, others scrolling through their mobile phones. This day would not be forgotten. The first period had just begun. In classrooms, teachers were starting their lessons. Students were settling down, opening textbooks. Suddenly, a sound pierced the academic calm. It was not a fire alarm. This was different. A series of sharp, metallic bangs echoed from the main atrium. Confusion flickered across faces. Was it construction? A prank? Nobody was quite sure. Then a frantic voice crackled over the PA system. It was cut short. The message was unclear, but the tone was unmistakable. Sheer panic. Instantly, the atmosphere in Apalachee High changed. The air grew thick with an unspoken fear. Teachers' expressions turned grave. They looked towards their classroom doors, then at their students. The playful ease of moments before evaporated. It was replaced by a chilling uncertainty. Chaos erupted swiftly. Shouts could be heard from the corridors. The sound of running feet pounded the floors. Some students froze in their seats, eyes wide with disbelief and growing terror. This was real. The minutes that followed felt like hours. Inside locked classrooms, students huddled together. Some were crying softly, comforted by friends or their teachers. Others sat in stunned silence, their faces pale. Mobile phones became lifelines, though signals were patchy. Frantic messages were sent to parents. Something is happening at school. The fear of the unknown was a heavy blanket, suffocating the usual youthful exuberance. Each creak of the building, each distant siren sent fresh waves of panic. Teachers found themselves in an unimaginable position. They were protectors, counselors, and sources of calm, all while battling their own fears. They whispered reassurances, trying to keep their students quiet and hidden. They scanned the corridors through tiny peepholes in covered door windows, searching for information, for safety. Their primary concern was the children entrusted to their care. They had to make quick decisions with very little information. The responsibility weighed heavily on their shoulders during those tense moments. The uncertainty was perhaps the worst part. The students waited, hoping for rescue, for an end to the nightmare. Amidst the widespread fear and confusion, stories of remarkable courage began to emerge. One such story is that of Mia Jordan, a grade 11 student. Mia was in the school library when the chaos began. Known for her quiet demeanor and love for books, she was not someone who typically sought the spotlight. But on that fateful day, Mia showed extraordinary presence of mind. She did not succumb to panic. Instead, she focused on what she could do to help those around her. As people in the library started to panic, Mia noticed a small group of younger grade 7 students. They were visibly terrified, some frozen in place. Mia, recalling lockdown drill instructions, calmly guided them towards the librarian's office at the back of the library. This small, windowless room offered better protection. She spoke to them in a soothing voice, assuring them they would be safer there. Her calm actions helped prevent a stampede and guided several others to a more secure space. She helped the librarian barricade the door. Mia's bravery did not end there. She became an unintentional hero that day. In the terrifying early moments of the Apalachee High incident, technology played a crucial role. The school had recently upgraded its security systems. A key feature was the installation of panic buttons in strategic locations. These buttons were designed for silent alarms, directly alerting local police and emergency services. On that chaotic February morning, this system proved to be an invaluable asset. The panic button in the main administration office was activated by a quick-thinking staff member. This happened within moments of the initial disturbance. The signal was transmitted instantly to the local police control room. This silent alert bypassed the need for a phone call, which might have been difficult or dangerous to make. The immediate notification allowed police to dispatch units to Apalachee High much faster than they might have otherwise. The system worked exactly as it was designed to, providing a swift, direct line to help. This simple device played a very big part in the day's events. The immediate danger at Apalachee High eventually subsided with the arrival of authorities. The campus was secured and students were safely evacuated. But the end of the incident was not the end of its impact. The events of February 10th cast long shadows over the school community. The psychological and emotional toll on students and teachers was immense. Many struggled with anxiety, fear, and recurring memories of the traumatic day. The sense of safety, once taken for granted, was now fragile for many. In the weeks and months that followed, Apalachee High focused on healing. Counseling services were made widely available. Therapists and school counselors worked tirelessly, providing support to those affected. Support groups were formed, allowing students and staff to share their experiences and feelings in a safe environment. Parents, too, were deeply affected, their relief mixed with lingering worry for their children's well-being. The school had to rebuild not just routines but also trust and a sense of security. It was a slow and difficult process for everyone involved. However, amidst the scars, a remarkable strength emerged within the Apalachee community. Students leaned on each other for support. The school was determined to move forward. The Apalachee High School incident serves as a stark and sobering reminder. It reminds us that the ordinary can turn extraordinary in an instant. It highlights the critical importance of preparedness in all our institutions, especially schools. The events of that day taught the community invaluable lessons. These lessons were forged in fear but have paved the way for greater awareness and resilience. Complacency regarding safety is a luxury no community can afford. One of the key takeaways is the undeniable value of robust security measures. The panic button system at Apalachee played a pivotal role. Regular safety drills, clear communication protocols, and accessible emergency resources are not just guidelines. They are essential safeguards. Beyond infrastructure and protocols, the incident underscored the profound power of human connection and kindness. Mia Jordan's quiet heroism was a beacon. The teachers who shielded their students, the friends who comforted each other, these acts of compassion were vital. Moving forward, the Apalachee High community carries the memory of that day, not as a permanent scar that weakens, but as a testament to their collective strength. The hope is that their experience can inspire other communities to prioritize awareness and foster a culture where everyone feels secure and valued.